Eminescu and psychology. I was thinking earlier that this national poet of ours had an incredible insight into the psychology of people, lovers at least. I'm thinking of maybe a series of notes. Series could be an exaggeration. Series sounds like 10, 50 notes. But I may end up with 3. We should see. The question is he still a national poet? I don't know. He was controversial a few years ago, but it doesn't matter. He's one of my favorites. He has dominated so much of my adolescence, young years. Even recently, speaking of relationship with psychology, I've started thinking of the poems I used to know by heart, discovered that I know at least a good number of fragments. For instance, let me give you an example. It's in Romanian, but then lumea asta sunt femei cu ochi ce izvorăsc întâi, dar oricât ele sunt de sus, ca tine nu-s, căci tu înseninezi mereu viața sufletului meu, mai dulce decât orice stea, iubita mea, iubita mea. It's about love, and come to think of it, Shakespeare would have to be, and the sonnets, included in this series of notes. There are 200 now, by the way, in case you're interested, and over 1,500 notes on Jude rates, for what it's worth. They are fascinating. They are translated in English. Actually, I have a book in which every poem has the English translation. They would probably lose in translation, even if sometimes Walt Whitman, there's another poet that needs more attention. For quite a while, I'm not sure anymore, but for quite a while, I believe that his translation in Romanian was much more exciting, interesting for this guy than the original. Vin cu alămurile, tobele. Walt Whitman, Flăcău din Manhattan. There was a thing there, but that's for when Walt Whitman is the subject. I will digress if I'm going into that. Returning to Eminescu and his relationship with psychology, I was thinking, as I said earlier, about Blink, the power of thinking without thinking, by the fantastic Malcolm Gladwell. And a poem in particular of Eminescu, where he says something like this: m-am fermecat cu vreo scânteie în clipa în care ne văzum, deși nu e decât femeie, e totuși altfel, nu știu cum. În taina foamecelor sale, eu nu știu ce și eu nu știu cum. This can be referred to Petrarca, since we're giving examples, which has another part where he says, he starts with, there's another note there, de multe ori blândețea mă învață când sfătuiesc cu gândul ce mă înfrână, să alung sfiala ce mă ține în frână și drept să înfrunt cu vorbă îndrăzneață. Let me go to the end, because we're not doing Petrarca now. Când poți să spui cum arzi, nu știi ce-i focul. So there's this clear idea that when you love, you don't know what, when, how it happens. That's the message. No translation here. It will be lost in translation. like Bill Murray in the film by Sofia Coppola, where he plays against the beautiful Scarlett Johansson. But Eminescu says basically, in the moment I saw you, I was charmed. Let me say just that. And referring to Blink, the power of thinking without thinking, there's the same argument there. And to move now to the wonderful American elections and the amazing Mr. Trump. There's a Harding effect explained in the book. Not to go into many details, Harding was elected in the 20s by the Americans because he was very tall and he looked presidential. Trump is very tall and evidently looks presidential to many Americans. We'll see in, I guess, 12 days now if for a majority of them or just a large number. In the top 500 Fortune biggest companies, about a third of the CEOs are really, really tall. And that third, if we refer to the general population, is just 3%. So they are 10 times more present at the very top of the big companies than in the population. It's an overrepresentation. Why? Because of the Blink effect. Power of thinking without thinking. No details here about the book. A few notes would be needed separately. But then it is, for me, fascinating to see that the poet, with his M-a fermecat cu rost cântări din clipa în care ne văzum, he anticipates, if you will. Now there's a sort of a catchwords that I hear lately, and I like, wait for it. Anticipated, the psychological Harding effect.